Hi guys, Mike Volkin with another freelancer tip for you. This is about freelancing project management. Be sure to go to freelancermasterclass.com. We just posted a webinar. It's free, instant download, shows you how to dominate Upwork. Should help a lot of you out that like to utilize Upwork to get and keep clients. But this particular video is on freelancer project management. Now, I'm in teamwork.com, which is my platform of choice. But what I'm about to show you can be done in any project management platform. So the reason why you need a project management platform, especially if you're a full-time freelancer, is because you have multiple clients and each one of those clients has multiple tasks. How do you keep them all in your head in terms of what's due, what's coming up? And so you have 10 clients, each one of them have 5 tasks. Some of them are priority, some of them not. You have to get them all organized. So the way we do that is through a project management platform, such as Teamwork. There's many other project management platforms. Teamwork just happens to be my platform of choice this year. Last year I used Trello. The year before that I used Write. There's a whole bunch of 30 plus different platforms, and all of them are 80 to 90% the same. It's just a matter of how your brain thinks and organizes information. So for me, Teamwork is that winner for me. I think from freelancing overall, I've seen more people use Trello though. But let's talk about Teamwork. You can do anything I'm talking about now in Trello as well. What I have here is a client-based screen. So I'm into Teamwork and it's a project. I've assigned a new project as a client. So a client is a project. And within each of these projects are task lists. So you can see you can add a task list right here. There's the gray bars right here. Now I'm a marketing strategist, so I'll work with a company. I might be involved in multiple departments. So in my case, a task list may be an entire department at a company. So you see I have an operations task list. These are tasks that I have to work with, or other freelancers that I'm working with have to work with that particular department. There's a marketing department task list, okay? There's an Amazon department task list. These are people that work specifically in Amazon for this company. Now, RFP is just some company I made up for the purpose of this video, but some of these tasks are real based on, I basically just duplicated these tasks from other clients that I have into this account for this client account just for the purpose of this video. But you need to understand what a task list is, because if you don't, then all your tasks are going to be jumbled together. So even if you're not a strategist and work with departments, you could be a designer, for example, and just work with one department. So a task list could be trade show materials. A task list could be website graphics. A task list could be social media graphics. Same with freelance writers. A task list could be grammar and spelling checks. A task list could be copywriting checks. A task list could be technical writing check. However you want to work it. A task list is basically a group of tasks that have a commonality between them. And in my case, the commonality is they're all tasks that have to do with a particular department. So let's look at the marketing department. Okay, so I'm looking into creating a partnership here. I'm looking into brainstorming ways to increase customer retention. I'm looking at creating brand voice exercises for the marketing team. So what you want to do is you want to build out all the tasks. So when you meet with a client and they give you stuff to do, or you're suggesting things to do, you want to add each of those tasks right here just by giving it a title. So let's do on-page SEO, search engine optimization, right? Pretty basic task for many marketers. Now the great thing about this is you can assign this to anyone on your team. So I'm going to assign this to me, but you can see I have a whole bunch of other staff people here. You can assign this and they can be notified by email that they have a new task ready for them. But the great thing is you have a start date and an end date. So obviously not all tasks start in the same day, so you want to put a proper start date. So let's say this one isn't going to start until this Thursday, and it might take a week to finish, okay? So now if you or you're assigned to somebody else gets this email, you'll know exactly when the start and end date is. So I'm going to save this change, and you can see it populates right here, on-page SEO. Now, that really doesn't give me much of a description on what that is, but you can add, there's a little pencil icon, Trello has this too. You can add a description, and more detail goes here. Now we're going to do a follow-up webinar, I'm sorry, a follow-up video on how to properly organize these tasks, because just because you have a task list doesn't mean everything's organized. I've got all these tasks, some of them are crossed off, some of them aren't, some of them are priority, I don't know. I'm going to get a whole separate video on that. But look at all these icons, there's a lot of things you can do. The one thing I want you to pay attention to is the comments, this little bubble right here. Now, what you can do here, if you're working with a team or even with your client, is all comments are task related. So unlike an email where you would send it and it has a subject line and then maybe another conversation starts under that same email thread but it has the same subject line, it gets very hard to find information, to follow up the right information. Communication gets mixed. You may be replying to one email, even though it's the same subject line, but somebody might think you're addressing something else. So email is a very messy way to communicate. That's the reason why Slack.com has gotten so popular, because they're adopting task-specific communication, just like this particular feature in Teamwork. So I click comment, and now I can send off an email about this specific task, and all replies will be populated. All you have to do when you sign up is tie in your email to this. Now all I have to do is go into my inbox, I can reply, and everything gets populated here. So God forbid somebody you're working with gets hit by a truck and it leaves them unable to work. At least you have an exact, up-to-date information on that task, and all you have to do is assign it to somebody else who's competent enough to finish it up. You don't have to get access to their inbox and try to piece together communications. Everything here is on a task-by-task communication basis, which is super handy. Okay, there's a lot of other icons here which we go over actually in Freelancer Masterclass. It goes beyond the scope of this video. The scope of this video is really to talk about how to organize information in a project management platform that will get you to relieve a lot of anxiety in terms of, okay, I'm waking up, I don't know what client to work on, I don't know what task to do, everything's a mess, and I know that feeling when everything's just cluttered inside of your head. Lay it out like I just showed you in this video, and it should provide a lot more clarity for your daily operations. Okay? Good luck.